Yo, 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 everybody, this is Narcoleptic Cheetah. We're in another episode of Factorio, and today we are talking about steel because we are desperately out of it. And we desperately need it. So, what I'm going to do is I already built this little T intersection, even though I keep thinking of it as a Y intersection. Built this little T intersection. It's really tight between these two modules, but I really wanted it to go up right here because it'll come up here and like split all of these ores and then head to the right and then probably go back down and right here, and then that will give us a lot of room to work with the tracks and the ores and get some more stations in there and pretty much start working on our ability to get steel, which will probably go right here or right here. I mean, this is a lot of room, even by these standards, and these standards aren't really correct. Remember, we talked about that. So we got a lot of room here. Is that water? No. Okay. So we have a lot of room, and we're gonna fill it. We're gonna do some with tracks, just so we can get kind of started in this area, and then maybe later on we change a little bit of it. But right now we need this iron patch, that iron patch, that iron patch, and that iron patch all working for us for steel. We really need to tap this one. So I don't know if that's going to be this episode or next, but when we expand up here, I know I've been saying it forever, but we really do need to do this. And but we need to get started on steel, basically. And we're going to let these patches dictate how much steel we do. We need at least 5 stations, if not like 6 or 7. Now, I'm going to set it up so that we have... So every 45 miners is a line of ore. It's not exactly true because of the way that that miners mine right now. Like, they typically do 0.5 per second, but then they also have this plus something bonus. They have this plus 60% bonus right now, so they're actually mining at, I don't know, 160% of that, which is, I can tell you in a second, 0.5 times 1.6. They are now at 0.8 per second, so closer to 1. So let's see, right now 45 divided by 0.8, that means about roughly 56 miners would be a full line. The thing is, and I know this is not true, I can actually put these things in it, whatever, I don't really care. We need, like I said, we need desperately to get stuff going. What the heck? Are those are still going. Okay, but so we're going to do research that increases the mining speed eventually, and I'm hoping that will supplement things to the degree we need them to, because they go by 10% every time we do research. So 0.9, or actually wait, 45 divided by 0.9 is 50 machines. The next one will be 45, and actually then they'll start going faster. So right now we're just going to work on getting this set up, and then we'll figure the rest out later. So time lapse, me setting up rails, and then I'll be back with you guys in just a bit. Alright guys, so we have our loop of train tracks, which is good. So now we can get to these ores and build stations for them. This one's actually going to be a little bit difficult because of where it's situated. Oh gosh. We might have to move, well, we might not. We can probably build another like strut of rails like up and down here to maybe try to tap this one a little bit. Other than that, we'll be good. Now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to have steel production up in this area. Or, I was just thinking, like, what if we had it here and just had these two pumping directly into it? No, I don't like that. I just don't. That's not a good solution. So I guess the next solution, or next thing we got to do, that I will do at least somewhat with you on camera, is figure out this steel production. I think it's going to be something like 18 out of 52 is like 32. Oh wait, no, 9. 9. Never mind. Okay. Let's just do that again. Actually, can I make sure that I'm not... Yeah, okay. This is a good place to do it. So, go down to 41. And... like that, I think. Now, let me check something on my thing. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we're going to say iron... Just iron, please. Nope. Oh, thank you, Excel, for doing that. That was beautiful. Okay, so iron. Okay, iron. We do it so, like, I haven't done it in so long, I don't remember. Iron plates. 1 iron ore. So 1 iron plate every 3.2 seconds. Okay, let me type that in. 1 every... 1 every 3.2 seconds in the electric furnace. And let's say we put in 2 modules and we have 4 beacons on it. And we want, say, a full line. That's 18. Okay, that's what this is. This is the wrong thing. Oh my god. Okay. Let's just... Alright. Let's stand in the dead center of it. Get rid of it. Okay. These guys can go here for now. Alright. But what I want to see... Ow, gosh. Is like, what if we have even more of the beacons on it? We can go from 18 to 12. We can knock out 6. I don't know if that's worth it. Because basically what you would do, if I can find my beacons, that would be wonderful. Here we go. We would have something like this. And I think, yeah, that's it. And then you do the same thing on the other side. What? That should have lined up perfect. Oh. Good. Oh. I guess I can paste that now. Okay. There. So then we could have this set up. My only thing is I don't know how to fuel it. Oh, we would be making 1... Oh god. What the heck? Stupid thing. 8. Alright. We would be making... Let's see... 1 item every 2.26666 forever seconds. In other words, we'd be making 3.75 items per second, which means for a full belt, we'd only need 12 machines. And if we did the same thing with, oh my gosh. If we did the same thing with steel, it goes from 90 machines to 60 machines. Yes, we are doing this because that's insane. Okay. I think. I'm not sure how much in the way of beacons that costs, but I think we can share beacons in that, like, if we did it this way, we would do something to the effect of lining them up side by side and knocking them out like that. So they would be completely surrounded by beacons and they would be taking things in. Okay, so I know the blinking is annoying, but then we could do something like this. That's going potentially the wrong way. Anyway, had imagined it going downwards, so let's do that. So the ore would come down here, and I gotta make sure, well, for one, it wouldn't come down this far, because we would, ooh, wait, yes it would. So this is 9, we need 10, 11, 12, excuse me? Oh. Cut this out. I was just demonstrative purposes. Okay. So, beacon is in the way. Okay, that's good. And then let's just, wow, that's perfect. Wow, 15 beacons on either side and 12. Wow, that's a bunch. Okay. So then we would bring this down here. Now I gotta think about this. So 45 ore should just turn straight. Yeah, that will turn straight into iron. And then the iron can be put. Okay, so this will be a full belt. So here's my conundrum. Like, if I did just this, that would be half a belt. So maybe I do half a belt. Like maybe I do 6 at a time, and then let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The problem is going to be, let's see, let's just 5, 6. Get as much of that as possible. And then, nope, like that. Did I get everything? Okay. Oh, I did have one. It's probably here that I don't have them. Or maybe I do. I don't know. How many of these do I have? Oh, 3. Okay, so this could be the 12, right? So basically, a line of ore would come in, say right here, and one line would go this way. Really? And then one line would go this way. They would both put out on this belt, which would come down, and I'm trying to think about this. Go something like that. And then that way we would have this kind of setup and probably a balancer just for good measure. And okay, I think that would work. I'm pretty sure that would work. So of course then we have to fill in with beacons, which is going to be a pain. Or not with beacons, with speed modules. Okay. So that would be iron smelted. And then what's cool about this is that basically we would copy this whole thing, right? And then just place it right there. and it's just going to do its own little thing for a bit. So we'd place it right here, and this would be a steel. Now this is going to be 1/5 of a steel column. So if we were to really set this up as just pure steel, this whole thing is 1/5 of a steel line. So you need 5 of them for a steel line. That's a lot, but it's not as much as that. And realistically, about all, just a hair shy, like 25 of these to one of those. I mean, to all 5 of these. That's a lot of room that we would take up. And I think this will take up a lot less room. That's our biggest problem right now, is real estate. We don't have a lot of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to make this as small as possible and make a bunch of them, basically. And we'll use that to make steel. And we'll just, like I said, we're going to have to determine how much steel based on the number of miners we can get. So I think that's our next mission, is to set up these ore patches and see how many we'll do. And then it'll be a bunch of time lapse, basically. All right, I'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, so it looks like we have about 23 lines of ore, which means 23 columns that I just developed, which is like 4.6 stations for steel. That's all that iron combined. Oh man. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just up it to 25 lines. And that is going to basically going to have to be enough for a while. Until we can get the miners up to like 110% or something like that. Let's see. If we get at 100%, they will be, oh jeez. So 0.5 times 2 will be 100%. So times 2.1. Okay. So times 2.1 will be 1.05. Okay, so 45 divided by 1.05. That'll be basically every 42 machines instead of every 40. I know that's every 43 machines instead of every 45. I could build up. Yeah. So what am I at right now? So let me do a quick little thing here. I just want to see how many machines we have total. What? Okay. Oh, no. Dang it. Accidentally clicked too much. So 1,115. 1,115 divided by, what did I say, 43? Maybe 26 lines. Of course, that's kind of a misnomer, actually. Never mind. Let's see. I'm gonna actually just say this divided by Think that, and we're gonna say divided by this cell, and lock that cell, and then we're gonna hit enter. Yeah, divide by 0. Wonderful. We're actually gonna say like 43. Oh, well, that's gonna be wonderful. So that'd be 12. Let's see, 12 plus 12, 24. What would I have to get down to? 42? Nope. I have to get down to 41. That would probably do it. 6, 6, that's 14. 7, 7 is 14, 28. Yep, pretty much. Okay. I'm just gonna delete all of this because that was a little temporary experiment. Okay, so what would it? I don't even know. It not even worth it at the moment. So okay, what I'm gonna do? Let's see. We have about 5 minutes left in the episode, probably. So let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up. I think I'm gonna do a time lapse of me setting up the smelting and maybe the stations and stuff. We'll see how much time I have. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. Alright guys, so we have everything hooked up and ready to go, I think. We got the trains ready to deposit all the ores on each side. I made them a slightly lighter blue than the other trains, other ore trains, just because they're like going for steel. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. It's not like I ever pay attention to the color of the trains. This is our steel line. We actually have 10 stations here, so I added another 5. The reason I did that is because we could have our main stations, our main 5, and then have backup stations just in case like things get backed up. And then what I'm thinking, the way I actually set this up was that this is the first one and the 6th one, but I might do this one as the 1st and the 10th and kind of work, you know, this one and that one are back, you know, this one's the main station, this one's the backup, this one's the main, this one's the backup for this one, because this will be used the most often, so it'll have the least amount of stuff in the backup station, I think. And I think that would work. So like something coming in to the 5th station would actually have its backup in the 6th station. So I think I might do like the mirroring type backup like that. That seems to make more sense to me. And we have the ore stations on the other side. They're all hooked up. So everything is ready to go. I was having some issues with the robo ports. I don't know if you guys have ever run into this. Let me know in the comments if you have. But I was having issues where these weren't registering on the main network even though they're connected. And so like my robots were having to put a lot of the stuff down versus the robots in the main network. But it said it was connected because it said there was like 28,000 of each. Holy crap, there's 28,000 logistics and 28,000 construction robots. So that's a thing. Good lord. Okay. And there's... yeah. I really need to limit that somehow. I think. But our base is becoming so huge, I might actually need 28,000. I don't know. I'm going to let it go for a while, I think. Alright. So, our next step, I guess, would be to hook up the ores. And I know we're right at the end of the episode, so don't quote me on this, but probably another time lapse. Alright, be back in a bit. Okay, so we have everything set up. We have all the ore patches completely done, set up, ready to go. They're ready for the future, actually, so they're actually a little bit light, except for maybe one of them. So we have some that are coming in slow, but that's okay. Basically, the big deal is that we have steel coming in. So we have basically 10 stations that we can go to. And that's good because we have like 10 different like things that we need out of that. And the way I'm going to do this, I think, is I'm going to look up steel. And you can look at all of these guys. You can look up steel. Actually, I can also look up SP. And I think that will get me some of the guys. Yeah, some of these guys. So yeah, I can actually just go ahead and set them up. I'll set them up between episodes. I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. But next episode, we should start into getting into sciences again, because they'll be able to produce science. Anyway, if you guys liked the episode, please leave a like on it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.